Hello, 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 guys and goddesses. Welcome to Psi Divine. Quick little message in the middle of the day for whoever needs it, and I sense someone does. Day. Forgive the air conditioning sounds. I will try to keep my speech a little bit louder. All right. So, what I was getting was somebody going through an ego zone, ego trip can be feeling harsh towards the world at this time. Someone tired of all of the fakers, pokers, hurt, the ones who cause harm and hurt. This is someone who is um, dealing with memories that have created fears of some sort even. Okay. This is someone who's definitely having umbrella thoughts about the world. Someone who was a great lover, caring, concerned, compassionate, but has now become a little bit more sour because of events that have happened. Someone pushed the button way too many times, leaving someone feeling down, out, used, abused, sacrificed. Someone feels like they gave up too much of themselves, sacrificed. Boy, this is blockage. Someone's been very successful with cutting people off, blocking others. Relationships probably decay, grow old, fall apart a lot in the life of whoever this spiritual guide is. There is some data to unlearn. The world is not against you, right? So, there is a request from the universe to try again. Motivate, find comfort, compassion, trust in the world. And it does start with self. Someone who's going through this emotion, whoever this is, you have lost your sense of imagination and creativity. You should find it. This is a guide who is absent of their art. Therefore, sleepwalking. Someone dealing with way too much heartbreak. It is time to find the God within self, the higher self, that all-knowing. Someone has just dealt with way too much ruin. R-U-I-N. Ruin. And so much to the point where you might have begun to ruin your own situations, unbeknownst to you. It's a seed someone has allowed to grow for way too long. It's almost like a spirit guide who calls misfortune to themselves. Maybe attracting others who are also going through emotional misfortune. Perhaps attracting other lost angel guides. The ones who use and abuse. For some of you, you are focused on your finances, right? And for the lost angel guide, you may also be focused on finance. Mm. There must be an understanding or desire to experience and express gratitude, happiness for your current situation. It could be worse. Happiness for the intelligence to move away from situations that are not healthy for you. Some of you are experiencing a quiet time where there aren't many people around. And you should have gratitude for that. It gives you time to think, to not be so bitter, angry. It's almost like cooking up a poisonous potion for the self. And that can happen when you have too many enemies, frenemies, ones who should be better with you, but they don't know how, or they just don't see a reason to do so. You don't have to figure everyone out. But I will say this is the energy of someone who's feeling like the world is against them. Not observing, not testing, not controlling the environment, believing that the world is acting against you. The truth of the matter is there's a difference between the world acting against you and doing nothing and allowing events to happen and not observing, testing, controlling. And it doesn't have to be in a harsh way, especially once you have the knowledge that others could be not as honest or forthcoming or fair as you deserve. You can choose not to deal with them, but what wouldn't be healthy is assigning yourself to hardwired beliefs. At this time, thought is key. Higher thinking is key. You have sacrificed much for others. You have given, you have shared, you have expressed, you have loved, you have been compassionate. You have been a great one amongst others, right? At one time you were. But because of giving too much, hello, Goddess Mina. Because of giving too much, because of sacrificing too much, you are disappointed, disenfranchised, disconnected, ultimately from others, because they let you down. You expected things of others that are present in you, but that doesn't mean it's present in others. And while you don't necessarily have to forgive every situation, and you don't have to forget every situation, what you do have to do is what is better and healthy for you, loving you. No longer asking why others won't do the right thing, knowing that it's you. It's you that's having this experience on a individual level. It is you. And you don't have to be so affected by the others to the point where you block the world out. There's no learning there, and there's no love there. Truly. Love does include understanding and acceptance. Hello, Goddess Joyana. Now, your grace, your ability to absorb the bullshit, that's a part of the programming. Yeah, it's a part of your ability. It's a part of your capability, your skill. And maybe you don't recognize it right now because somebody's been taxing it too much. I'm doing okay, Joanna. I'm doing well. How are you, Goddess? To be shorter than that, someone is working y'all's whole full nerve, okay? And I don't want to say someone, it's a lot, okay? It's just a lot of people. Somebody's tap dancing on somebody's nerves. Now, I like my messages to generally go to the person who needs to hear it the most. Okay? Somebody's dealing with some stuff you haven't spoken about. This could be abuse, um, people not doing you right. It's resentment. And it can be resentment because of some secret. Could be a family secret. It's something that just hasn't been discussed, clarified, acknowledged, and it's affected your divine vision. Elements, people in your world that should have been blessings became harsh lessons. Unbeknownst to you, though, it is a part of how you acquire and strengthen your divine gift. Some of you are holding back a conversation that needs to be had about a casual event. This could be work involved too, or something that could have led to a connection or a stronger connection. Some of you are dealing with gossip artists. I call them gossip artists. And they can be artists, right? I mean, it takes skill to run your mouth about drama and BS and do disturbing things. It's a creative thing. Some of you haven't spoken up or dealt with someone who's been abusive with your energy. Abusive and a user. You have an opportunity to switch out, move to a different timeline. You got to move yourself there, though. You have to move yourself off of the timeline. And it does not mean ending relationships with anyone. When I suggest switching the timeline, I mean making different choices who you spend your time with, who you give your energy to, especially the energy that makes you unhappy. There will always be uh, distorted energies around. That's a part of it. That's a part of getting your divine vision. However, allowing certain energies to take over your energy, allowing them to be the focus where that's all you talk about, that's all you feel, that's all you sense. I mean, it almost takes on a time warp in a thief kind of way. Like you mess with your own time, like a thief would ruin your day, right? If you left the house, you come back, all your stuff's gone. Well, whatever you was planning on doing that day is messed up, right? And that's kind of what, whatever guide this is, whoever's doing this, being so focused on the harm the others did, not speaking up or figuring out a way to resolve that held on to energy. It is almost criminal. It really is. It's an unwanted element in your space at this time. Some of you are satisfying some of you are satisfying this emotion by furniture shopping. Some are satisfying this by seeking out other vices that satisfy that energy or distort it or make you forget it. So somebody might be out there doing something you shouldn't be doing, so you get over what the others did. But you're still bitter. It's just making it worse, to be fair. It's like pushing your own button instead of dealing with the button pushers, right? Wow. Okay. Let's clarify this one. Somebody is considering revenge, being vengeful. This can be in speaking ill of others, anytime given the opportunity. Whatever it is bad energy. It's spending time being bitter. The card of bitterness comes twice. There's an era. That's the word. ERA. There is an era somebody needs to get over. But they feel like they can't get over it until they get their revenge, the big payback. Wow. Okay, let's clarify. Whoever's energy this is in the next 10 days, what do the guides want you to know? Beware of 10 days. An opportunity to end something, uh, to end certain ways of thinking, if you want. Ego, an opportunity to work on that. Have some patience with yourself. An opportunity to step away from acts of cruelty, new cycle, opportunity. An opportunity to be in control of your environment, control of self, control of mind, energy. This would even impact or make changes in group situations, family, whatever it is. It's an opportunity to shift how you're feeling. Some have an opportunity to continue chasing the ball of illusion, wanting someone to make things right, wanting someone to do the right thing, a new chance, a new choice. And because they're not getting what they want, you're expressing bad behavior. But you have an opportunity to not do that. Awareness. Now, to not choose awareness brings loss, it exposes something, it creates an issue, a problem it continues a problem that someone is having trouble solving. Wants it solved, but whatever. For the one who isn't ready to resolve this, there won't be peace. It'll feel like, gradually over time, even your freedom around the world, around your thoughts, around your behavior, this changes. It gets tighter, it gets more restrictive. This messes with your sanity. For the one who isn't trying to deal with this emotion, getting over, or at least putting it down and choosing a mentally healthy place. For the one who doesn't do that, this is altering your sanity. Love is the answer. Literally, that's the card that comes out. And the love must be for peace and sanity. You have to want that. You have to want that so much that you don't really spend so much energy and mind on the haters, the liars, the ones who, make you not feel well. So with the healing comes a reward, right? What's the reward? The reward is the hermit. The hermit. Did you hear what I said? The hermit. The hermit will find love, unions, balance. It's an opportunity if it's wanted, but only if it's wanted. The loner doesn't have to be lonely or sad. They stop feeling that way. They stop feeling like the world is against them. But in order to get there, growth must happen. This can be the guide who isn't doing their art at this time. Whatever artistic thing makes you feel good, that you can completely drown your energy and focus into, you should be doing that. But there's a challenge. There's this challenge and focus on wanting something bad to happen to others, or just living in a place where you are blocked, like sitting in a shoebox. In time, if you do not resolve this energy, it will become ego over all other things. More problems come from this, and it's choosing. It's choosing to see things a certain way. It's choosing to not heal, right? And then there's, no getting over that energy, viewing everyone the same. That's not what you're here to do. You're here to work through that data. So it starts with perception, how you see the world, and how you're acting because of your perception. Alter that. You're getting rid of this unwanted energy, finding your strength again, not focusing on things that make you feel weak. For some of you, excessive behaviors have to be cut. For some of you, this is a mother type figure in your zone, in your life, or a family connection. It's somebody who has had too much weight in your world, too much impression in your world. There, yeah, okay. Starting over. Someone has to refresh the computer memory. Just hit the refresh button, bloop, and clear out the bad data, right? At least for a little while, for better health. Some of you need a plan for happiness and better health. And you're sitting on one, you've thought about it, you've kicked it around. Hello, sit down. Some of you kicked around an idea, a desire for something you want. And this can be love too. You want to give it, you feel it, you want it to come back. Right now, though, a part of love includes health. Can't give love if you're not in a mentally healthy place. So some of you need to get to a stable situation. Because somebody, like the thoughts, the focus, the bad memories, the pushing others away, it's a little bit bad for self, right? It takes stability or the opportunity for it, and it always turns it upside down. Because you start thinking everybody's out to get you. And that's not the case at all. What I just heard is sometimes people are just hungry. Okay. So some of you have just been feeling like you've been used. Feeling like you're dealing with people who are reckless with your feelings, right? And over time, the abusive ones can create an abusive you. Can make you do bad things, unexpected things. Sit around being bitter, cutting off your nose to, anger your face. Just, it's a battle within the self mostly. So a choice, right? Some change, a break. Even if it's just like a 1 day break, pause, where you just get to clear your mind. Wouldn't be a bad thing. Would not be a bad thing, but this is an action that the self must take. You must take the step. You must decide, I'm going to take a break. I'm not going to let other people affect my energy this way. You're not going to take my energy. No. How about no? This is putting on the scientific lab coat, my guides and goddesses, and, shaking up a few mixtures, yeah. Not drinking alcohol, but certainly having a scientific look at your environment. What's around you that's keeping you down? What are you focused on and paying attention to? And why can't you shift it onto something that's better? Prove it to yourself instead of trying to sit around with wondering things. Just shift your focus. Even if it's doing something different around the home or at work. There is something that needs to be overcome. So this is the challenge. Recognizing that you have options. Some of those options include going somewhere else. This could be work too. If it's time to leave work or leave the job, I mean, naturally, don't just quit and walk out. But here's this challenge. The situation can be controlled. You've already gained wisdom from the chaos, but you're swimming in it now emotionally. So you got to pull your head out of your bum side, right? You got to pull that out. Look around and go, you know what? I don't need to be in this. You know what? It's probably better if I take my energy out of this and find something better to do that makes you happy. Growth, evolve. There's a new cycle if you want it, an alternative timeline if you want it. If not, I just got the message one of you guys is being pushed towards a change. You're being pushed out of something. Let's clarify that. Some of you are experiencing karma. Oh, it feels like why is the world turning the way it is? It's somebody's getting pushed back for protection and to verify or realize that they have choice, options, new starts. Some of you are being pushed away so that you learn how to choose yourself instead of giving all of your energy to others. Some of you aren't working well within a group of people, and it's fucking with your mental. Sorry for the cursing. I feel like, you can ignore this, right? But you're being pushed for growth, not for bad behavior. You're being pushed for growth, not for revenge. Okay, we know what that word means. We don't really have to do it, right? Sometimes the best revenge is you moving forward, improving. What I just heard is being a boss. Okay, look. Yeah, it's coming back again. It's altering your vision. Right now, you're going through something that is helping you learn how to problem solve. Because you're going to need that if you're a boss, right? You got to learn how to solve problems. You have to learn how to see people the way you're supposed to see them from a boss perspective and not from a friend or oh, you seem nice, but now you're a douche. Like it's knowing how to reward people. Like it's your scientific lab coat stuff. Lots of threes, my goodness. Some of you didn't go take a college course on how to work with groups. So the universe is trying to give you that right now. And that doesn't seem cool, right? Just like, what? You could have sent me a book or something. But that's not, I guess, how it works. It's confusing. I get it. And yeah, there's loss to it. There's lessons. Marine lab, Siddha. Oh. Oh. Ooh, slimy fish. I mean, I eat them though. Well, I don't know if you're working with those. And I don't know if that was cruel to say that I'd eat them. Never mind. Scratch that. Rewind. Oh, you're working in a marine lab. That's wonderful. Blessings. So something you're doing in the lab perhaps is guiding you towards business for yourself. Mm-hmm. Freedom. Mm-hmm. It's educating you. Oh, wow. I don't see how this applies with fish, but it's teaching you how to deal with like a new level of freedom. Um, well, I guess okay, the ocean would be a new world of freedom. I guess you're floating or something. I don't know. Anyways, hold on. Wow, it's an option. So you got choice, right? It's balance. It's nice. Problem solving again is here. It's teaching you how to see things differently. Healing. And you get rewards here. But there's some type of start. Um, New cycles that you are initiating or have to. So you may be working with old minded people or people who like think one kind of way and they think everybody else is like, stupid. So it may be some old data, can be old thoughts where people just really fixed beliefs to certain things. And you must have something to do with changes with that. Um, so it feels like a part of the lesson or a part of like you sharpening your sword is learning how to reason with people who already think they know everything. So it's wow, taking your time. I don't know what this has to do with anything. Taking your time to cut the grass or there's no grass in marine life, is there? Okay. But that's what I heard. Taking your time to, I guess, trim away or cut away at old ideologies. Hmm. Yeah, it's got to be done with like delicious levels of balance. Sharp, I mean, like, my goodness. So okay. Hmm. Feels like having to learn how to talk a whole new language or something. Um, that's weird. Feels like, okay, how do I explain what I'm trying to say type energy? Like, I guess, though you may possess a certain type of knowledge, you must be very careful, I guess, in how you deliver it. Because you'll be dealing with others who will not maybe appreciate your intelligence. What am I doing? I'm annoyed. It's like, okay, it's like talking to people who don't want to see things different. Like, I feel like okay, I just see an image now of being in like a surgical something, a surgery room, trying to explain to the old surgeon, like, okay, this is how we used to do this kind of surgery, but did you know if you did it this way, you don't have to do all of that over there? And the old surgeon like hits the other person with an instrument over the head, like, boop, shut the fuck up. That is not how we do things. We do things according to this book written in 1945. You shut your face. And though your information could be 100% on point, it's going to take, a lot of, what is the word? I'm going to know it already, and this ain't even my shit. Okay. It takes patience. It takes understanding other people have old ways of doing things. They have a certain way of seeing things. They believe what they're told. It feels like energies of people who are unwilling to learn or unlearn. Probably the better word. Wait a minute. Is that here? Hold on. Well, it's showing someone an alternative way of doing things, but having to break through. Stupid. Siddhanta, I hope you're not around your people while I'm calling names. I'm sorry. So the work and the gift that you listen, you have the tools for this. Siddhant, if this is you, you do have the tools for this. So don't ever short yourself, doubt yourself, or get upset and flip out. Just take a breath and understand that you are trying to. Part of the work is dealing with old source code, old programming, old written works, or old data that other people are spewing like it's new. So you may be coming up against other people who just think a certain way and believe that you should think that way too. And that may push you over time towards doing your own thing. Because you may be dealing with people who feel like you're replaceable. And okay, they're old data. They've learned from old data. They may think everybody's fucking replaceable. And they may have one way of dealing with issues. So when you're trying to bring light or suggest things that are better, don't be bothered by the pushback, okay? It's about time, it's about patience, loving the cycle of it all. It's a part of the path, part of your work. I also hear it'll make a great book of some sort. It's a part of, oh my God. Okay, it's a part of cultivating a star? Cultivating the star. Don't know what stars have to do with this, because you mentioned water. Oh goodness, maybe this is somebody else's data. Okay. What I hear is love the process. I know you're going to want to pop some people upside their head because I feel it. I feel like smacking someone on the back of their head right now. Mm-mm-mm. Well, so your patience, I guess, treat it like fitness. Somebody's traveling or discussing traveling. There'll be some confusion over that. But you'll have, again, there's choice. Traveling someplace to learn something about the absence of something, the loss of something, challenges involving evolution. If this is for Siddhant, I don't know if you're going places to go look at things that humans have screwed up. Is that that was? I hope that's not the case. Anyways, no, whatever it is, it's problem solving. You're here to do that, but naturally problems are problems. Okay, so it's you got the vision. Don't mean other people have the vision though. So don't let other people fuck with your intelligence. Just don't. Uh, you know, just remember your balance. Stay in balance. Feels like dealing with egos. Seniority is the word that comes through. So don't let them see you sweat. Not even a drop. They are truly the ones that are replaceable. Wow, time is of the essence. Oh boy. Time sensitive. Somebody has some plans coming up that are time sensitive, right? Somebody may be trying to mess with you on those plans. They want you to wait. Somebody's asking somebody to wait about travel and it's a lie. Some type of hidden agenda. Somebody in their feelings about your growth. This was here yesterday. All right, so somebody is dealing with some haters. Haters. And it feels like one hater and a group of followers, or people who just don't want to grow, or, oh Lord. Yeah. There's a masculine energy here on a new start, new world. Whatever it is, though, at some point, this could be over the next 10 days, you're doing something that someone else wants to do or doesn't want you to do. So they're going to try to fuck with your movement. This could be just planting seeds of, what if, and it's better if you do this, blah, blah, blah. So be mindful of the ones who might not be happy to see you succeed. They may want you to, not have this new start. They're over it. This is someone who has, well, their problem is your growth. They'd like to solve that problem by creating a little bit of chaos. A little bit. Could be gossiping, trash talking. A little seed of doubt here, a little seed of doubt there. What they want you to do is stay on their level. Misery loves company. Someone liked it more when you were closer to some state of being dependent on them. Good Lord. All right, for the one who doesn't, for the spirit guide who has someone around who doesn't want to see you grow, mature, move on, forgive them. They know not what they do. They don't. They really don't. Even if this is a work situation, a group situation, it feels like energies of people who are just so finely programmed to run one type of program. They only know how to open up one type of program on their computer. That is it. Because that's who they are, they do have trouble, seeing you evolve. They have trouble, and whatever traveling you're doing, whether you're moving away to work, towards work, whatever going away you're doing, they lose control over that, right? They don't get to plant seeds. The union that they wanted to maintain or have with you, that changes. And they know that once you step away from their grasp, they just, things are different. They have to take responsibility for something. Wow. Money changes. Their health changes, they feel like. Oh my God. Somebody's dealing with somebody being very extra. This is coming in the next 10 days. Somebody being unnecessarily extra. They love you, so they might be pretending about some health shit. This may be a play, sympathy play. They want to change the way you think. So how do they change the way you think? By making themselves the star attraction in your show. By making themselves the focus. So you're moving on, you're going to do these great things, and you're going to do what? You're going to go far away to a magical place you're leaving. I'll never be able to do this or that with you, and these things could be bad. I don't feel feels so good. You can't leave. Stay. You trust me that I don't feel well, don't you? Oh my God. Guides, if you're dealing with this, I'm sending you a virtual hug. Really big one, too. Just whoever this is does have the ability to fuck with your time and become the center focus. They have skills. They have skills. What do you need to know to get out of this? Decode. Well, the card of desire. There you have it. You want to decode? Desire it. You want to break the coding? Desire it. Want it. Wow. Keep your vision on your goals. The one who is trying to fuck with your journey, they have stuff to learn. And it can't start with you being all up in their space. It can't start with you holding out the safety net. You can't do it forever. You just can't. Okay? So when they run this game on you, they got their lab coat on. They're being scientific. They're trying to keep you on hold. But, the problem here is that whole new cycle of yours. The problem is how it affects their stability. Gives them more work to do. Wow. It keeps you nearby for love. And even though they feel like it's love, it's not. It's not healthy. It's not fair. It's not balanced. And it lacks higher learning. It lacks the sacred wisdom, the higher expression of self. It really does. It's absent of what you're looking for, which is an opportunity to grow, create, express. This is something you must do for yourself. You didn't come here to be like a carpet for anyone to wipe their feet on forever. You didn't come here to be a rock for others forever. There's greater work to do. And you guys know it. To not do the greater work brings karma. Brings karma. It's a choice to not do it. It's a choice to wow. It's a choice to sit in one spot and let someone else make you feel like you don't have an alternative timeline to get on to. You have things to do. Some of you have a planet to save. What the fuck? It's time to get moving, right? Anything short of that is just lessons in more loss. A desire to start over that sits in your soul. And then, in what is being expressed or surrounding yourself is confusion. And it's coming from the others because they're good at it. They're good at it. On your way out, make sure you leave them an award. Pat them on the head. Tell them you love them. You wish them the best. For some of you, this is a relationship. It could be family. Whatever it is, it does have the ability to go from the thin line between love and hate. It's somebody who relies on you to maintain balance. They want to keep things as they are. It's calm, it's working, it's good. Why are you messing it up? Because you got goals and plans and dreams? Their only dream is what they can't let go of. They don't want you to let go either. Wow. Some of you will be, what's the word? What is the word when you pretend to be sick but you're not? A hypochondriac? Okay, I think that's the word. Some of you may be dealing with somebody who's acting like they got some issues, but they're playing games. I don't think they even see it's a game. they're doing what they're doing because it's been successful in the past. Some of you are having success at work. It's good business. It's time to uh, go forward. You'll always have your memories, right? You'll always have the nostalgia of what was, but it's time for gains. Time for that acceleration, growth, moving on. Doesn't mean everybody's going to understand. Some of you may have a parent or a family member, could be a mother, and they don't want to see you go, right? They don't. Mm. Some of you may be dealing with somebody who has a secret they haven't shared with you yet. So they may be acting some kind of way to cast a spell. Like casting a spell. And I don't believe in like witches and candles and all that stuff type spell, but more like a spell in the words. The words that plant seeds and make you act a certain way, which stops your travel, stops your moving forward. Wow. All right, guys. I'm going to stop here because y'all need to figure whoever this is, you need to figure this out and then get prepared to work yourselves through that data, because it does feel like having to let go and not feel guilty about it, having to let go and move forward and not listening to people who aren't walking your journey. They're not on your path. They're just not. So taking advice from people who don't really truly have advice that isn't all really and truly self-serving. I mean, like, gotta recognize that and excuse it, not flip out about it, not waste time, not waste too much time on it, recognizing it, getting over it, and saying, you know what? You gotta take care of yourself. Some of you will be needing to use your psychic energy at this time to figure out who's who. Some of you will be recognizing how someone you are emotionally involved with has limitations. And you'll see the limitation. The limitation is they don't want to see you grow out of their reach. Stay honest at this time, guides. Others around you may no longer be as trustworthy or fair with your love and compassion. They may not be being the best version of themselves. Try to forgive that. Because you're still in power. You're still in control of your choices. You got goals. Things to do, right? As you acquire clarity on who is who, it'll be easier to move forward. Right. Some of y'all are dealing with somebody who is really, it's a role. They're playing it. Have gratitude that you can recognize that in others. That's where you got to have some gratitude. Be glad. Like, you know what? I really could have wasted another year, is what I heard. Could have wasted another year goofing around with certain. Oh, Lord. Anyways. So this requires action of the self. When you start, some of you have to accept being single and being cool with it. Some of you have to put down the lust or the lusty ones in your life. Some of you have to put down those dangerous desires for a few minutes even. Maybe just a few minutes. Whatever it is, you got choice and you have to make it. It's not going to be the choice of the others because they want to control, right? So expect to have some unusual or some talks that go into emotional places over the next 10 days. Somebody's going to be a little more emotional with you on some basic conversation you've already had. It feels like we already discussed what this was. Why are we still going through this? Okay? Somebody's already learned the lesson, already taken the test. Spirit guides one of y'all or all of y'all have even been giving the tests. You've been observing, you've been checking it out, but you're dealing with somebody who doesn't even recognize a test. They don't even know what that's all about. They're just trying to stall you out. Okay? So maintain your logic and your balance. Be secure in whatever choice you're making at this time. If it's goal and you're going towards your dreams, what you always wanted to do that shit, please. Can you just do it, please? Some of you do have to move forward in order to get to what you want. You can always go back and say hi to people, but you got to get the ball rolling. And the ball must keep rolling. And now you can look around and go, you know what? If I asked all of these other people to roll this ball with me, I now understand that they would not roll the ball. They would stop it. They would pop the ball so the air goes out. And then they would tell you that they cared about you, right? So there must be an end given to what is undone. Some of you know you have somebody hanging on. You might be hanging on to old situations, waiting to see what happens. But you're still holding on to the energy. It's a bit of a dark game you are participating in also. Okay? Turning your back to every situation isn't the answer. I feel like I need to say that. But you can express what your goal is, what your situation is. And if other people can't get your vibe, you got to keep going. You got to keep on moving. Everybody can't walk the path with you, period. Some of you just need to be focused on your money, your goals, in constant motion. Right, you're in God mode, you're in creator mode. You have the sacred data. Those who are not seeking to cooperate with you, be very mindful of how you cooperate with them. But right now what you are getting is a healthy download of divine vision. Seeing things differently, seeing who's really with you, for you, who truly celebrates you versus who just tolerates you. So you're going into a new cycle. This is money. This is a new routine. It's knowledge, new skills and gains. Don't expect everybody to be happy about that. Now that's asking too much. So be mindful who you're sharing all of your good news with. One of y'all is sharing your good news with somebody who's using that as a way to know exactly when to, slow down the ball. Somebody's using your happy moments to know when to be mean to you. They're jealous. I don't like that word, but they're being petty. Maybe that sounds better. Right. Watching your growth is disturbing to somebody's ego build. They wanted things to be great. But you look like you went from nothing to something. You look like you went from nothing to everything. Why is good stuff happening to you? Why does your ego look okay while the other person's isn't? What's wrong? Why? So one of y'all is listening to a whole sleepwalker. Stop that. So the challenge at this time, guys, observe, test, manifest. This is about building up your strength, your your angel muscles. This is a part of your progress. So take the lumps. Understand that other people might be giving you a lump or two, but they can only give you a lump from their mountain. Okay? So if somebody's giving you their bad energy, it's a lump, but it came from their mountain. Okay? So accept that they are still in the process of evolving. Wish them the best on that shit. And save your energy. Because you have choices. You have an option to put your energy into other people's bad or stagnant. Not everybody's moving upwards and onwards. Everybody's job doesn't improve and they don't get to go and be better and do better. That's their choice. But there's plenty of people who don't get to do it. So why is good stuff happening to you? Ugh. You don't deserve it. How dare you deserve to move on and be fruitful and passionate about life and what's out there in the world? How dare you? How dare you be great? How dare you experience an alternative timeline that you have chosen? What's wrong with you? You should be just as unhappy as everyone else, right? Tell you what, make sure you let your haters know that you will be very unhappy. You will cry. You will rock back and forth from that beautiful lawn chair that's on your yacht. You will cry into a martini. You will apologize to the ocean. You will. You'll do all that. You'll feel bad about how great and awesome and how wonderful how wonderfully you've contributed to the planet. You'll cry all about your great things when your autobiographer is writing the book and you guys are having lunch in a foreign land and you're eating strange things that taste delicious. You'll cry then, okay? That's when all of my guides, you're all gonna feel bad while you're laying on your yacht or at your pool. You're gonna feel bad then, okay? Anytime before that, you're busy. You have stuff to do. Anytime before that, you have stuff to do, right? But afterwards, definitely on the yacht. And promise your haters, you will also send them pictures. You'll post it on Instagram. You laying in a fetal position crying while you're floating on your boat. No, they're not tears of happiness. Sedans? No, no, no. They don't want to see that. They want to see you sad. So make sure the artistic pictures, make sure they're very pretty, great coloring, while you're crying one teardrop into a beautiful glass of something delicious. And then while you're putting on suntan lotion to go lay out on your boat, I want you to cry while you're doing that too. And then you go lay out and work on your tan while the beautiful water's sparkling all around you, but you feel horrible. Okay? That's what they need. They need to know that you feel horrible while you're being successful. Okay? That's what they want. Give the crazy guy a donut and walk backwards slowly out of the room. They don't want to see you do great things, okay? So you need to stop showing them that you're doing great things. They don't like it. It's bothersome. It's a problem, okay? It's weird. So you'll be nice. I want you to get ready for sadness. You're gonna buy some Kleenex, buy some tissues, so you can dry your eyes, okay? You don't want any, water to get on your $10,000 watch. Definitely not. Okay? And you don't want to cry into your delicious plate of food made by your personal chef. You don't want that. Okay? No one wants that. You don't want that kind of happiness, and you're not happy when it's happening, okay? You're sad. You're crying into your salad. Big tears, big sadness. You're working on that. This is our practice for the evening. Bubble bath and tears. I'm so sad. Oh, this is no, wait. I get the tears. Hold on. So, every now and again, you'll practice your sadness for the others. You can hear my dog in the background sleeping, like a sleepwalker will be. All right? Your successes are great guides and goddesses. Understand that nobody's happy about that shit. I'm sorry. That's not how it works. People are bothered because they're not successful. Okay? It's their own mind game. You can play it with them if it's funny and amusing. I don't see why not. Go ahead, shit. Especially if they try to mess with your time. They deserve to see you crying on your yacht. They deserve that. Okay? They deserve to see you unhappy, floating around the Mediterranean. They des- they deserve to see that. It'll make them feel better, wouldn't it? When you're walking up to your mansion and you have your several cars and life is good and you're doing great things and you're being a wonderful human being. They don't want to see that. Come on, stop it. Stop it. You're being crazy. Tears on a yacht. Okay, Sadat? That is the goal. That's where we're going. Tears on a yacht in the Mediterranean. Okay? You're sad. You're floating, water sparkly, beautiful day. You feel horrible right after you take that swim in the ocean and then hop back up on the boat and dry off, you know. You'll cry again, then you'll have lunch. You'll feel sad again, then you'll go home to your castle. It's you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. And they'll say, "Ha ha, he's sad. Look at him going into his third house. He looks so unhappy." And you'll do it so that they feel better about themselves. Right? You're only being successful to help them out. Right? It's not about you. You're just going to be the greatest. You're going to be good. You're going to be awesome at what you do. Your goals are realized. But you're only doing it so that you're doing it so they feel better about how sad you are about achieving your goals. Gosh darn it. All right, you guys. Well, I hope this reading was helpful for whoever needed the pat on the back if that was. Never let them see you sweat until you're on your yacht. All right? We'll see if I can come back later and do some readings for this evening. Otherwise, I wish you all a wonderful afternoon, or morning, or evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Don't let the haters fuck with you. They're out there doing their job, right? So let them. You're always welcome, Sadat. You know that. You have a wonderful day. All right? You guys have a wonderful night, morning, day. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. See you next time. Goodbye.